Hello, welcome back to Making Sense of It All. This week we're thinking about setting an example. In making sense of it all, we have often had to look at other people to figure out how to be. We've looked at NHS care workers as an example of service and sacrifice. We looked at our teachers and the people who've still been going into school, because of course schools haven't closed, and looked at them as examples of people who are putting the needs of others before themselves. We look at all the people doing the jobs that maybe we never thought important before, and we now see them as heroes, as key workers, and yet they see themselves as just going into work at the shops, delivering the post, delivering your Amazon parcels. All those things that have kept us going, we now start to recognise as great examples of love and service in action. Of course, it's very appropriate this week that we talk about examples, good or bad. And there's lots of discussion about what it means to set a bad example, to not do the right thing, and then the effect that has on other people. But I think when St. Paul in the Galatians says, actually, you need to look only at your own actions. Not to judge the actions of others, but actually only at your own actions. And if you can deem them to be good, then you can be proud. Well, that's a message to us all this week. Regardless of what you think of the examples other people are setting, this week, think about the example you are setting. Are you still being patient and kind? Are you still being generous and giving? Are you still making sacrifices for others? Because if you are, that example will be seen and that example will inspire. In the same way that people can say that when people set a bad example or don't do the right thing, it then encourages other people to not do the right thing as well. Well, personally, I think people setting a good example and doing amazing things has a lot more power. The reason I think that is because our church is here. Our church was founded at a moment of crisis, and that's what we are definitely in at the moment. But the example and the witness of those incredible early disciples in their generosity, in their love, in their healing, in their compassion, in their sacrifice, in their bravery, is what made people inspired to be part of what we now call the church. The thing that we're all a part of, the thing that we're all trying to bring to life. It's those same qualities we need to be an example of right now, regardless of what anyone else wants to do. We need to be an example of courage, of sacrifice, of love, of bravery, of compassion. And if we are, we'll inspire others to do the same thing. Then we don't need to worry about technicalities or people in the media and all that kind of stuff, because actually people will have you to look at instead, your example to look at instead, and your example to be inspired by. So this week, be an example. Be a good example. And inspire others. We'll see you soon.